everyone. My name is Kaiser Joseph Escueta, and let's take a look at the UML class diagram of our learning management system, which shows all the classes, their fields, methods, and relationships. So, at the top of the learning management system class, the central class that manages everything. It holds three private lists for instructors, courses, and students and contains all the major methods for adding, enrolling, and removing objects. So below it are the three entity classes which is the instructor holds the instructor's ID name and list of courses with methods to assign and remove courses. Course holds the course details, a reference to its instructor, and a list of enrolled students. And student holds the student's ID, name, type, and enrolled course, with methods to enroll, unenroll, and compute the fee. For the relationships, learning management system managements manage manages all three classes with a 1 to 0 to many multiplicity. Instructor teaches many course objects, while each course belongs to only one instructor. Course enrolls many student objects, while each student holds a back reference to at most one course through the enrolled course field. And thus our UML diagram, showing how all four classes are structured and connected to reflect the actual behavior of the system.
I am James Yuan Dalmasio, and in this part of the program, I'll be explaining the display methods in our learning management class. So, in this part of the program, uh, we are focusing on the display methods. So, these methods are responsible for presenting or printing the data stored in the system. So, here we have the public void display all instructor courses. So this method display all the courses handled by each instructor. So it prints a header which we use system.out print line courses handled by each instructor. And also we use for each loop that calls the instructor that display courses. So next, we have another method called public void display all courses enrollments. So in this method, it display all students enrolled in each course. It prints it prints student enrolled in each course by using the system.out.print line. And we also use for each loop that calls see.display enrolled students. And lastly, we have the last method, the public void display all student fees. It outputs each student enrolled course and computed fee. And also, we also use for each loop that each course it calls the see.display enrolled students. And now we continue to the another class which is the instructor class. So in this class, we have encapsulated fields, uh, private int ID, private string name, and private list courses. So we also have constructor from for this class, public instructor int ID, string name, and we use the this keyword, this id equals id, this dot name equals name, this dot courses equals to new array list. And we also have the getters, get id, get name, and get courses. Now we have the class behaviors or the methods. So we have here the public void assign course with the parameter of the course object, which is the another class, and the course. So we declare if not courses that contains course, or which means if the courses is not containing a course, we need to add course. And if course that get instructor is not equal to this, we should we should set instructor to the course. And another method, which is the remove course, we also have a parameter of course object course. And if course that remove course, and if course that gets instructor is equal to this, which pertaining to the instructor, course that instructor is null. And lastly, we need to display the courses. So we use the system.out.println name and ID. Then if the course is empty, we need to output no courses is assigned. Or else, we use a for each loop again and outputs a C that get title. So we need to get the title of the course, the number of lessons, and that's all. And now let's talk about the course, class, and student class led by Rex de Gracia.
Hi, my name is Leslie Gracia, and today I will explain the OR class. The OR class represents a single process offered in the learning management system. It keeps track of the OR identity, how many lessons it contains, which instructor teaches it, and which students are currently enrolled. First is the encapsulation field. Yours has 4 instance fields and 1 static ID counter. A class level counter served by all sources objects. Every time a new OR is created, the counter is used as the source ID and then implemented by 1. Then, private int ID. The unique numeric identifier automatically assigned to this source. From ID counter, one set in the constructor it never changes. Next is private string title. The human readable name of the OR set in the constructor and never changes. Next is private int number of lessons. How many lessons the OR contains. Used to calculate student fees, P equal number of lessons. Private int instructor. Reference to the instructor object currently assigned to business source. Terminal if no instructor is assigned. Next is private list student enroll student. An array list that holds all student objects currently enrolled in this course. Slash empty when the course is first created. The next is our constructor. The constructor is called every time a new course object is made. Public source string title int number of lessons. Assigns the current value of ID outer as the source ID, then increments the outer so the next source gets a different number. This ID counter plus plus. I, this ID equals ID outer plus plus. Source the ORS name pass in. This title equals title. Yeah, ulit. Second is constructor. The constructor is used every time a new or object is made. First is public source recycle in number of lessons. This.id equal id counter plus plus. Assign the orange value of id outer as this source id, then implement the outer for the next source with a different number. Next is this.title equal title. Source the course name pass in. This.number, number of lessons equal number of lessons. Source the lessons count pass in. And the last is this.enroll student equal new array list. Create a fresh empty list for student. The instructor is set yes equal is equals to null. Next is the getters and setters. Get ID, return ID. Return the unique numeric ID. Get title, return title. Return the course name, public int, the number of lessons. Return how many lessons this course has used in pre-calculation. Get instructor, instructor. Return the instructor object assigned to this course, or null if none. Get enroll students. Return the full list of student objects currently enrolled. And then set instructor, instructor. This.instructor equal instructor. Assign or remove if null is passed. So this instructor for this source. Called internally by the instructor class to its both size in C. Next is behavior methods. As student, student. If, 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 then, is not enroll student that contains student. Enroll student that adds student. As a student to the enrolled student list, but if the student is not already in it, prevent duplicate. Remove student to the student. Enroll student that remove student. Remove a specific student from the enrolled student list. Thus, when student unenrolls from this source. Display enrolled student. System.out.print line without the title. If enrolled student is empty, system print without the student enrolled. Else, for student s enrolled student, system.out.print plus yes name plus yes type. Print the or title followed by the name and type of every enrolled student. If no students are enrolled, print no student enrolled instead. Next is student, the student class. The student class represents a student enrolled or not in the LMS. It stores the student's personal info, their type, regular or scholar, which course they are enrolled, and the logic to compute their fee. First is our fields and constant. Rate per lesson equals 120. The flat fee charge per lesson is 120 pesos, charged by all students. Instant fee final it never changes at that time. The next is discount rate equals 0.30. The fractional discount applies to scholar student is 0.30 or 30%. Being final is never changed at runtime. Runtime. Next is ID. The student unique numeric ID automatically assigned with the LMS when a student is told. Increments by 1 for each new student. Then, string name. The student full name, example 1 De La Cruz, set in the constructor and never changes. Then, string type. Interregular or scholar determines whether a fee is discount is applied or set in the constructor. That is yours enrolled yours. A reference to the student is currently enrolled in start as null or not enrolled changes when enrolled in or unenrolled is told. Next is our constructor. Public student in ID string name string type. List.id equal ID. The ID path is passed by the LMS using its own auto-implementing the student ID outer. Enroll store is explicitly set to null. The student has no port or creation. Then we move to the getter. Get ID, return ID. Returns the unique ID number. Get name, return name. Returns the student's full name. Get type, return type. Returns regular or scholar. Yes, enroll course. Return enroll course. Returns the course object the student is in, or null if not enrolled. Then, the behavior methods. Public void enroll in course. If this course that enroll course is not equal to null, this not enroll course remove student. Enroll in course course. Enrolls the student into a new OR. If the student is already in another OR, they are automatically removed from the course first. First, a student can only be in one course at one time. Then the student enrolled course is set to the new OR, and the new OR as student is called so both sides stay in sync. Public void and null. If enrolled course is not equal to null, enrolled course that removes student this enrolled course is equal to null. Remove the student from their current course. The course removed student is first called so the course list is updated. Then enrolled course is set back to null. If the student was not enrolled, nothing happens. Then the public to double compute fee. If enrolled course is equal to null, return 0. Double full fee equal enrolled course plus just number of lessons times rate per lessons. If price that equals $, return full fee times 1 minus discount fee. Discount rate. Return full fee. Calculate the student total fee using this logic. If not enrolled, return 0. Full fee equal number of lessons times rate per lesson. Lessons times 120 pesos. The student is a scholar, 30% discount is deducted. Fee equal full fee times 1 minus 0.30 equal full fee times 0.70. Then, regular students pay the full fee with no discount. Then, public voice display info. Print a formatted summary line for the student. If not enrolled, it prints a not currently enrolled message. If, if enrolled, it prints the name, type, source name, and computed fee using print or align print line and print PF for align columns. That's all. Thank you for listening.
Good morning, sir. So, before I begin, I'd like to thank Rex de Gracia for his explanation of the student class. So, that was a really clear and helpful walkthrough. So, now I'll be discussing the main class and how it ties everything together through our Type 5 test cases. So, the main class is the entry point of our entire learning management system. It contains only one method, which is the main, which is where the program starts and runs through all the test cases in sequence. The very first thing main does is instantiate a learning management system object, and from that point on, everything goes through that single LMS variable. So, main itself holds no data and no helper methods. It simply calls the system's methods in sequence, which is why its relationship to learning management system is classified as a dependency. So, moving on to test case 1, we create two instructors, which is Professor Santos with ID 1 and Professor Reyes with ID 2. Then we create three courses, which is the Java programming with 10 lessons and web development with 8 lessons, both assigned to Professor Santos, and data analytics with 12 lessons assigned to Professor Reyes. After setting everything up, we call display all instructor courses, which loops through each instructor and prints the courses they handle. The expected output shows Professor Santos with two courses and Professor Reyes with one, confirming that the assigned course method correctly linked each course to its instructor. So moving on to test case 2, we create truth students, three students, which is Juan de la Cruz as a regular student, Maria Lim as a scholar student, and Ana Uy as another regular student. We then enroll Juan and Maria into Java programming and Ana into data analytics, which is this one. So we then call display all course enrollments, which loops through every course and lists who is inside. The output confirms that Java programming shows both Juan and Maria. Data analytics shows Anna, and web development shows no students since no one was enrolled in it. So let's move on to the test case number 3, which is the student fees. In the test case 3, does not change any data. It simply calls display all student fees, which internally triggers each student's compute fee method. Juan de la Cruz, being a regular student enrolled in Java programming with 10 lessons, pays the full rate 10 multiplied by 20, which is 1,200 pesos. And Maria Lim, being a scholar, receives a 30 pesos discount. So her fee is 10 multiplied by 120 multiplied by 70%, giving 840 pesos. And Ana Uy, as a regular but in data analytics with 12 lessons, pays 12 multiplied by 20, which is 1,440 pesos. So for the test case 4, it demonstrates a state mutation. Maria Lim is currently enrolled in Java programming. We first display her info, showing her course and her fee of 840 pesos. Then we call remove student from course. Internally, this triggers an enroll on the student object, which does two things simultaneously. It sets Maria's enrolled course field to null, and it removes her from Java Programming's enrolled students list. After removal, displaying Maria's info shows she is no longer enrolled and her fee is now 0. The updated Java programming enrollment confirms that only Juan de la Cruz remains. This proves that the bidirectional link between students and course is properly maintained. So for the last test case, it demonstrates a state mutation too, this time on the instructor side. So Professor Santos currently handles both Java programming and web development. We display his course list first, then call remove course from instructor. Internally, this calls remove course on the instructor object, which removes web development from his list and also sets the course's and instructor reference back to null. After removal, Professor Santos only shows Java programming. This confirms that the bidirectional link between instructor and course is also properly maintained. And that wraps up the main class. To summarize, main is a lightweight driver. It creates one learning management system object, runs through all five test cases in sequence, and exists. It doesn't store data, it doesn't compute fees, and it doesn't manage relationships at all. Test case 1 and 2 verify that our objects are set up correctly. Test case 3 validates fee computation, and test case 4 and 5 demonstrate that our system handles removals cleanly on both sides of every relationship. So thank you so much for listening and good luck to everyone on their demos.